Then a hip hop album review, Doechii, Alligator Bites Never Heal. Look, man, I'm not even going to front with y'all. I wasn't necessarily aware of Doechii like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people have been talking, whatever. I've been in my own Larry June world, Benny the Butcher, you know, Summertime Butch. I've been in a little pocket. So I've seen in a lot of our recent videos and on social media, people say, hey, Doechii, fire, all of the emojis. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Because, you know, we've been burned in the past where people hype something up and we listen to it. And it's like, it's not everything that y'all said that it would be. Man, fuck all that. Y'all undersold it. Like, y'all didn't put enough emojis. Like, this thing is crazy. And for the fact that TDE has another one, I don't understand.
Not DJ Khaled.
I don't understand how they do it, bro, because the quality of their music, how they're able to allow the artists. See, man, she hit so many check boxes for me, bro. You know, I always talk about peeling back the layers. I always talk about showing your versatility. I always talk about all of these things, and the majority of their artists check like 85% of those boxes, bro. And Doechii, she does it at a level, dare I say, that's Kendrick-like. Like, she is so relatable. She's so relatable. You listen to this. Obviously, I'm a man, she's a woman, but I feel what she's coming from with everything that she's saying. And then the singing, the harmonizing, the rapping, like she can go like hard bars. She could tone it back. It's ridiculous. And then the biggest flex, there ain't no features like that on here, bro. So she's showing y'all, I could carry this whole thing, how many, 19 songs, 47 minutes. I could carry this whole thing by my damn self. I don't need no help.
Like, she about 2 or 3 different characters herself.
She is, which is amazing in and of itself. I just, first of all, how do y'all find these people? How do y'all groom them to be this excellent? Like almost off the bat, because does Doechii have multiple projects already?
She has 2 more projects out. She has is it Coven? She has one that's 14 minutes long, another that's 22 minutes long, but she has 2 other projects.
She Her Bitch that came out in 2023. That was like her EP official top dog entertainment debut. It was an EP that dropped in 2023 or 22, one of them 2. I can't remember the exact year, but it's one of them 2.
That's relatively quick to get to this level of artistry, in my opinion. Even though I haven't heard those.
It was on display a little bit.
She what?
The talent, the versatility was on display on those other ones.
Got you. Yeah, I definitely got to go back.
Yeah, that's why I said it. That's why I mentioned in the chat. Like, I was like, I'm actually, when we was talking about which ones to review, I was like, I'm actually a little more interested in the Doechii than I am the Big Sean. So,
no, this is an amazing piece of work. And when we get to the grades, y'all, hey, importantly.
Ken said, "Oh Lord, I'm with you, Feefo. I mean, I thought this was definitely a solid." Definitely a solid effort for those that didn't know about her. This was their introduction to her. I feel like this is definitely a good introduction to the world of Doechii. You know, on her Top Dog, I think Top Dog Capital and UMG debut. And yeah, with you, like she carried the whole thing by herself. I like the fact that she showed her singing ability towards the tail end of the album, because I think like after Get the Fuck Out of Here, I think that's when we started seeing the singing side of her, the slide, Fireflies, which was dope. I love Fireflies. Beverly Hills, and then the title track itself. But yeah, she came out the gate showing all, like Ken said, showing all her different personalities, man. Like from track 1 through 7, from Stank Poo, like you got so many different styles that she was showing. Stank Poo. Oh, Stankapoo, yeah, Stankapoo, Bullfrog, Boiled Peanuts, like Denial is a River. Even though, I mean, the story, I can appreciate the storytelling. That was like one of the tracks. That was probably one of my least favorite tracks on the whole album, was Denial is a River. Yeah, why? But Catfish, It was too goofy for me. It was just too super goofy. But I mean, if she was showing that goofy side, I mean, you know, I can appreciate, like I said, I can appreciate the storytelling, but just sonically, I didn't care for the song that much. But yeah, Catfish, Skip, Hide and Seek, that's another one of my favorite standout joints on there. Bloom, Boom Bap, I think she got a video for that one. That shit dope as hell. Like, yeah, I like what she was doing with her voice on some of the songs too, vocally, or she was experimenting with. I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, yeah, this was definitely a solid debut from people who didn't know about it. Like I said, I heard the She Her Bitch joint, so that's why I was just like, okay, this is like her first like full length LP under Top Dog. So I was definitely interested to see what she was going to do with this. And yeah, I was, you know, she kept me on her toes throughout the whole album. You know what I'm saying? It was always kind of something different. Nothing was really too samey, you know what I'm saying, as far as each track. So I like that she was giving me different flavors, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, Feefo, about the putting the layers, kind of just giving you, opening up that curtain to her and everything. So, but no, this was solid, man. This was definitely a solid debut with definitely some replay value for me. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, no, I definitely think it was solid. I agree with y'all thus far. I don't know about the Kendrick high praise. I don't know about that. That was a little too extreme.
That was extreme to me.
And I almost was set up because I know when we were in the text message thread, Isaiah had said people are talking about like Kendrick kind of
Section 80,
like Section 80. I'm like, let me not get my hopes up. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's my favorite Kendrick album. So I was like, nah, I'm not even going to try to get my hopes up like that. So I'm glad I didn't kind of buy into that and just accepted it for what it was. But man, it did have a very not thematic but cinematic feel to it. You know what I'm saying? The way it opened up, like I really liked the way this thing felt when it came on. I was just like, man, this feels good. You know what I'm saying? And she's really comfortable on here. And I've seen her. I knew she was kind of like eclectic or whatever because I seen like some of her videos and stuff like that just on a whim, just out there floating on the internet. So I kind of knew what to expect as far as all the different personality and characters. So that's what I expected on this album. But I felt like she kind of like honed in, like kind of like refined that sound or whatever. So no, man, yeah, I think she definitely captured something special here. I'm not sure if I'm liking the tail end as much as I like the top end. The top end is what I think I won't even say prefer. I think it just felt like two different albums to me, like from the top and then the last tracks. And I would have wanted it to sound a little bit more like one album. It's like once you got past
Get the fuck out of here.
Nah, Boom Bap. And it went to Nissan Altima. And then kind of from there, it just kind of slowed down. Like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of slowed down a little bit. But it's not slowed down in a bad way. It's just that like I was like hyped the whole time, and then we get there and it's just like, you know, she starts kind of slowing it down. Even though the songs are great, like Fireflies you guys mentioned, it's like it's just different. So I had to kind of change my mood. Like it's just like, well, dang, you got me all hyped up just to bring it down. But no, it was cool though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like what she did on this album. Yeah, man, no, this is super solid. This is a super solid project. Like I like it. Like I like it. Like I like what she does, and I think the more I listen to it, the more I'll settle in on that second half. The first half I liked immediately. The second half kind of growing on me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she just kind of changed speeds on me, and I wasn't ready for that. So yeah. The more I listen to it though, it gets better. But yeah, that second half I don't like as much as the first half personally.
Super solid. That's a new one. I had to add that one to the list. Super solid. Feefo says she's Fendrick Lamar. Okay. Okay. But I hear what other people are hearing when they make that comparison. Kendrick has all of those different type of voices that he does. He has all of these different type of, flows and personality types at times that he'll use throughout his career. So people are quick to identify with that. And she is displaying on a third or fourth project that she has what I feel like superstardom damn near written on her. And she is able to identify with this generation in the sense of they're kind of weird and quirky and kind of, all over the place themselves. The good thing about it is that her name has been buzzing for a while now. We've seen people talking about like what's next for TDE. Her name would be always mentioned. So she's kind of been like, in that little farm system working her way up. And then she dropped this debut, which I think is actually really dope from what she's able to do. I think she took, it's kind of what you guys were saying. She kind of refined her skills and now you got this complete total package sitting here. And I think hats off to her, just from the way this thing started and the different types of, I think the versatility is impressive. Like when you get to Denial is a River, I know you don't like that one, B, but dang, bro, like she was rapping, the storytelling was good. I know you acknowledge all that. I know it's just the goofiness of it, but that shit is fucking dope, bro. That shit was crazy. Dope. Yeah, be tripping. Boom Bap. Boom Bap is another one that's kind of like really wild and eccentric with her just yelling, get top on the phone and stuff like that. So it's all erratic and shit like that. So she's kind of, once again, just having fun of being just kind of silly.
Not kind of like Schoolboy on that one.
Yeah. Not staying within a box. And then with Nissan Altima, I got some Missy Elliott vibes from that one. So that's kind of another thing she could tap into. And to your point, Rod, like she kind of slowly started to unwind.
Switch gears.
Yeah, as the album went along. I messed with it. It wasn't, I think it feels abrupt right when you get to Fireflies. Because you get GTFO and then Han and then Slide, and then Fireflies is more of like a mid-tempo type ballad, and then it just kind of smooths out.
Just kind of smooths out from there.
Yeah. Which, from an execution sequences standpoint, how do you do that with those three records? How do you intermix those among the other tracks, which are a little bit more high energy and frenetic? I don't know. But overall, I think it's a very impressive album by her that she put out here. I think it's one of the best albums to drop this year.
Yeah, I agree. And my thing is this, I guess, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm reading what y'all saying in terms of it slowing down as a slight negative, right? Is that how y'all saying it?
Not necessarily. Like I said, it caught me off guard. Like, because I was liking what I was hearing on the top half. And then like kind of Ken pointed out a little bit better is that it kind of switches gears. It don't slow down. It just kind of in that middle, it's like a different type of feeling. And then that end part really slows it down. Yeah. So it's more so that than what I was saying.
I got initially. I like that. I like that because her frenetic pace from the beginning, like 19 tracks of that is too much. So I like the fact, and B alluded to it a little bit, in his piece where, I feel some of the best albums that all of us have liked, they give you somewhat of a roller coaster, right? Like up and down of emotions, of sounds, mid, slow, high energy, all of that type of stuff. And she does it, but it's more linear, right? Like it's like, it's a linear type of thing. So I liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like from the first listen to however many listens I have into it now, like it's one of those things where I think it was the correct creative choice. You know what I'm saying? And Ken, I think I want to give you a lot of props because this definitely sounds like the generation of now where they are all over the place. But, and we've listened to a lot of music this year, right? Like a lot of these youngins are all over the place and it feels all over the place. With Doechii, it's all over the place, but there's a common thread through it all that cuts through it, which is Doechii at the center of all of this. You know what I'm saying? And oftentimes these newer artists, they don't know how to convey emotion. They don't know how to convey a story. They don't know how to convey the realness of who they are because oftentimes it's just a facade. So you keep up the facade, which makes it feel all over the place. Where with Doechii, it's like you connect with her as a person throughout this whole thing. And that is the point that drives it home for me, and why I also say that it's Kendrick Lamar like. You know what I'm saying? Because Kendrick be all over the place sometimes, but the thing that keeps you grounded is his content. You know what I'm saying? So for me, and I wanted to adjust to it, I'm not saying, I think what Kendrick has on her, and I haven't heard, obviously she's still very new, but Kendrick conceptually is in a class by himself. Like, he can make a concept album, bring it, tie it all the way back. Like, nobody can do that. And obviously this is not that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to compare that. I just don't know if she has that in her bag to that degree. You know what I'm saying? But everything else, she's on par or not that far off. You know what I'm saying? And it's mind-boggling to me that they have such a roster with such quality across the entire roster. And for her to be the latest one is just, I just gotta throw my hands up and be like, damn, bro, like, y'all are doing it. When we question TDE, like, where are they going? Boom, Doechii. It's just like, damn, like, y'all good for another 10 years.
not the boom.
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I think Bloom and Wait kind of were slower tracks too. Wait is good too, bro. She has some good melodies on that one, some good harmonies on that one. But I think she turned around and repicked it back up with like Death Row, Prophet, and Boom Bap, and Nissan Altima. Nissan
Altima's dope.
Yeah.
I like Slide. Like, I feel Slide is one of those joints where, again, I always talk about versatility. You put that on in a barbecue, you know what I'm saying? House party. Like, that's a radio joint.
Slide's all right. I don't need that. I don't need that one. Hey, but Bullfrog though. Bullfrog is dope. That beat. Oh man, she was nice on that joint. Yeah, she had a nice little, really, really good open to run with Bullfrog, Boy Peanuts, Catfish. Yeah, she set the stage really nice, man.
No, she really did. I think one of the things that I took away from this, and I'm glad that she executed, is because when I first saw and heard her, I thought she was just doing a lot of stuff just for shock value, and I wasn't really feeling that much. You know what I mean? Like, she was just trying to really set herself out. But listening to the album, it feels very authentic. I'm glad I got a chance to kind of dive into the music and not just go off, first impression or whatever. I'm like, nah, she about this for real. Like, this is her personality. You know what I'm saying? So, when you first see her, you're like, I don't know. Like, she just seemed like she's doing a lot of stuff based off shock, just for shock value. But nah, man, this is her. And I think it's interesting. I don't know if you guys know where she's from. Y'all know where she's from?
Tampa.
Yeah, I'm like, man, Florida never ceased to amaze me with the artists. Like, it's so many different type of artists, Denzel Curry, Rick Ross, her. Like, it's like, wow, man, this girl came out of Tampa. Like, that's dope. That's dope that they have so many different styles and lanes. Like, you don't even really know where she's from. You would have never think she was from Tampa, Florida. Like, yeah, man, I really rock with it. Like, for real. Oh, I did want to touch on one thing you said, Feefo. I know you said TDE kind of molding artists. I don't know if I know them to like mold artists, because it seems like a lot of artists come in the way they are and they just kind of let them give them like kind of creative freedom. And I think that's probably what they did with her.
Yeah, what I mean by mold is there's just a certain level of quality from all of the artists, that they typically sign, that they release, that is kind of like how did y'all get everybody to a certain level? And that's what I mean by molding, right? Like, I don't mean like they're taking them and like, oh, you got to say this, you got to do it this way. None of that.
Right.
I don't know what the secret sauce is. But we haven't seen a run from a label producing this quality music for as long as that they've been doing it. So there is something that they're doing. So when I say mold, I don't know what it is. I don't have another word for it, but they doing something that is working for them. Cause I agree, bro. Like from Tampa, I would have never thought Tampa.
Well, she had a line on here that the label didn't really agree with the direction she was going with the album, and she was like, "Nah, sit back, trust me, I got it," or something along those lines. So I think she was like, "No, this is." Because when you hear the other two albums, your projects, people, you'll hear this in those. And, you know, it's just her just over time, just improving and honing her craft. And I don't know what that line meant, but I know she said it. So, you know, and I thought that was interesting because for a second I was like, yo, I think they got another one with her. But then, you know, as I was listening to it, you know, after a couple of more listens, I heard that line. I was like, oh, this is interesting. It's like, they finally was like, you know what? You got it. You got it. Yeah. Go ahead and put out what you want to put out. If I'm taking that as she intended for it to be said. But overall, I think she nailed it. I think, you know, she did a good job of balancing the album, you know, with up-tempo, mid-tempo, slow jams, et cetera, et cetera. I think, and Rod, I completely agree, bro. Like, this is her. And that was the thing that I picked up the most. I was like, nah, because it was something I heard her on, and I don't think I liked her all that much. It was another project we reviewed, but then I'm hearing her.
I know she was on.
That's not the.
She was on Isaiah Rashad. She was on Isaiah Rashad album, and somebody else she was on.
It was somebody else here, bro, and I was like, I don't know about that one.
I rock with her, man. I hope she continues to create dope music and creative music, right? Like she's created a style for her, you know what I'm saying? like it's really dope, man. It's really dope. I really like how the album felt. Like I said, even though I wasn't like super crazy about the tail end, it still felt good. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot to be said, you know? Yeah. Like, you know, it's not whack. You know what I mean? Like, it's just more so preference, you know? So, I rock with it, man. Like, for real.
So, all right. So, it sounds like it's time for these grades. Sounds like it's time for these grades. So, we're going to go around the room. The categories that we grade are flow, lyrics, production, features, execution, replay value, and then the overall. Modest, I'm going to start with you, and we'll go around the room for flow.
Flow, I'm gonna go B+.
Ken, what do you got flow at?
I got a B.
Beezy?
B.
I got an A.
What the fuck?
Oh, Rod, lyrics.
Lyrics, I got B-.
Ken?
B.
Beezy?
B.
A+.
What?
Man, I am going to your school, lyrics? Bro. I'm going to your school, Feefo, bro. I am going to your school. I'm going to excel.
Top tier lyrics. No, because for me, for me, I'm weighting it because of, again, the peeling back of the layers.
A+, Feefo? A+? So she's perfect. That's perfect, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah. There's no skillables on here. Everything.
That's not what we're talking about.
That's not what we're talking about.
No, I understand.
We're talking about lyrics.
We're talking about lyrics. And what I'm saying is that there aren't any skippable lyrics on this entire project. There's no misstep. There's not like, I don't know about that lyric. I don't know about this. Everything she did was executed perfectly for me from a lyrics perspective.
Let's keep going. Wow.
Right,
I'll let the comments get
Oh my God, bro.
That's cool. Hey, I like the comment section. We are the people, man. FIFA for the people. Production. What are you rating it?
A-. Production was solid. Production was super solid.
Okay.
I'm at a B+ on the production.
Beezy?
B.
I'm at an A. Are we counting the one feature? Are we gonna rate the one feature that's on here?
I don't think we could skip features.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's skip the feature. Execution. Modest, what do you give it?
I'm gonna go B-, but I already explained why. It could have been an A, but yeah. Or it could have just been higher, but yeah, it's just, you know, the sequencing for me was a little off for me.
I'm at a B+.
Beezy?
I'm at a B.
I'm at an A. I'm at an A. Replay value.
Execute.
Yeah, execution's an A for me. I love the beginning and the end. You know, I already explained why. You know, I like the tail end. I like how it is sequenced. I think you couldn't have sequenced it any better. I don't think that the album would sound as good as if you put some of the slower songs to break up the energy at first. Like, I feel it sounds best the way it is.
Replay value is a B, solid B for me.
Okay.
B.
Beezy?
B.
B+ for me. And then overall, Modest.
Overall, again, solid B project for me.
Bet.
I feel like she can be a little bit better.
It's a B. It's a B. Yeah, it's a strong B.
Yeah, that's me.
Beezy.
I'm a solid B as well.
B.
I'm at an A. It's an A overall for me. A overall.
Why you laughing, Ken?
It's a damn good album.
Hey, look, I love it.
This man in love, bro.
Stand by it, bro.
Hey,
Stand by it.
Damn good album, bro. This is damn
Stand
good
by
album.
it.
Yeah. Hey, look.
I better hear you. I better hear you bumping this in the whip. I better hear you bump.
Oh, it's getting bumped. It's getting bumped. You're definitely getting bumped. But okay, we definitely got to do the other projects on D365. I'm definitely interested to see how she got to this point, because this is a damn good project, bro.
So she can't get much better for you then.
The only thing that I think that she can do that would elevate her status with me is conceptually, like dropping like a concept album, tying it all together, and, you know, executing that thing. But from like an artist standpoint, nah, she checks all the boxes. She has flow, she has charisma, she has lyrics. Like, I feel that you could put her with any artist and she can match the vibe and or make it her own song, where it might be your song, but it sounds like you the feature on it. You know what I'm saying? I think she's an extremely talented and very strong artist to add to a roster that's already arguably the best in the game. So yeah, man, she is damn near perfect. Damn near.
Well, if you comparing her to Kendrick, your grades match. Like, you comparing her, like, yeah. So yeah, I'm glad it's an A, because if she couldn't have been a B and you said she liked Kendrick, like that wouldn't have added up. So.
Hey man,
hey, stand on business. The kids say, "Kids, stand on business."
Hey, look, culture over currency. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm on it.
This man said her lyrics is perfect.
Perfect, bro. Niggas always want to, you know what I'm saying, laugh. It's all good, bro. Y'all already know what it is, man.
That's Ken fault.
The conversation after the conversations in the comment section. Yo, did I jump out the window? Or do y'all feel like me? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all look?
Your ass jumped from the top of the World Trade Center, bro. Jeez,
that's cool. Christ. You know what? This is the Matrix. I'm gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it. We're gonna be all right. Look, but we love all of the support. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit up a person. Share this with one other person, and we'll catch you on the next one. We out. Peace.